we woke up having a nightmare, which means we didn't actually get a full night's sleep, so I don't really know how rested we are. But actually, I can live with that. I've got enough vitamins. I don't care. So I'm going to go over here. Or vitamins drawer. Well, or medical drawer. You have to keep my eyes on vitamins. I'm burning through them pretty fast right now because we've been pushing Rosewood real hard. And that commute is absolutely killing us so far as making good progress. That and the helicopter's not having any chill whatsoever. Alright. Let's grab veggies because we're low on that. Yeah, it's topped off with strawberries. We'll eat the strawberries first because those go bad pretty fast. Alright, Darkstar, you have a good walk with the dog. Alright, so that wasn't bad. We just got low on water. Oh, do I still have the extra clothing in our backpack? Yes. So let's take these and chuck them in the back of the truck. Because I do want to bring them with me. But those aren't meaningfully contributing to our defense, so I don't need them. What I do need is for them to not be on my person. He ain't nothing but a hound dog? Perhaps crying all the time? There was one zombie up here somewhere. There you are. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Yeah, and part of it is the faster I'm driving this truck, the louder I'm making it, the farther away we're going to draw zombies from. I'm pretty okay with that because the whole point is kill them all. And if I can get the zombies to come out of these fields and forests and all that to me, all the better, because the chance of me going in there and actually doing anything... Hey, there's zombies back there. Like, we're just gonna take the time to kill them because, especially with these being as close as they are to Ekron, which is the city, like the first city we cleared, I want to make sure time to get rid of them. I did find it pretty fun. After we went and raided Arrows last night, Arrows stood around and was like, "All right, let's play the way Rawl plays and just see how it goes." And I enjoyed that. Which for anyone who hasn't played on the settings I've got here, Like, the first skill you end up learning that you can only really learn by, like, you have to kind of do it to learn. There isn't a way you can teach someone to do it. Is to kind of make the entire zombies move as like a wave and all that to try and, you know, get them. Pistrom says, I love that you take them off the road to kill them. My friends don't care. So I will do that when I can. You'll notice there will be times I will and won't do that. As these trees grow in and I can't get, like, this side of the road, I wouldn't try and kill on. This side I'm all game for. But this side of the road I wouldn't go over here because the trees are too dense, so you don't want to go in with those trees. Like, now I wouldn't want to go on either side. But it's kind of, you know, when I can. Or if I'm just dealing with entirely too many zombies, then there's times it's like, okay, like, survival is more important than cleanliness, so... Hey, Colo, how's it going? There's another zombie there. I mean, you see this one, but there's another... There you are. I was like, there was a second zombie with that one. Okay, so the question is, how bad is Rose going to be after we just had a helicopter yesterday? Rose says, I did not kill myself. Excellent. Not killing yourself is good. Xandor is saying, you know, hey, how's it going? Hey, how is it going? It's going good here. I just went and filled in that you're asking me how it's going. I just assumed, which I shouldn't. Alright, so tomorrow we actually have pretty bad fog. I do think I am going to sit there and try and push. I have not found Jason yet this run. I have found Jason in past runs, though. Alright, so I'm going to get my truck here. I'm going to pause. I'm going to knock out those 10 push-ups Colo just cashed in. Yeah, so I will be right back. I do believe Jason has a random location. Like, it's not just, this is the house that Jason's in. There's a lot of stuff like that, like, when you play one round, you'll have a house and it'll have, like, a birthday party in it, and then the next round you might play, and that house might be burned down. Third time, it might be a completely uninteresting and uneventful house. Like, they do have randomization in that sense. The map is not static in that sense. Like, where the buildings are located and the loot tables of what can be put inside, like, that remains static, but, like, what houses are survivor houses, burned down, where Jason is, where the birthday parties are, you know, the houses that look like there's a bachelor parties happened in there, like, all those kind of things, those are randomized. Ko says, making you do push-ups brings me joy. I don't know why. I mean, that's fine. It's good for my health, so I'm not exactly complaining. Did I update my dumb... Alright. Did I update the numbers? Can anyone tell me, did I update that push-up count with that one? I don't think I did. But here's a way I can do. I can go to my spreadsheet. I'm pretty sure I didn't update them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was our 4th redemption for the stream. I mean, worst case, we're gonna cap out. Days I play Project Zomboid, we basically always cap out. And so if I hit my 100 push-ups and then someone redeems 10 more, I'll know I accidentally counted twice. Like, that is the beauty of having a limit and hitting it reliably, is it means, like, I know if I count, like, because when you're streaming, you have, like, 4 or 5 things going on in your head at any given moment. It's like, what's happening in chat? What are you doing in the game? Like, is there other stuff you need to deal with? Like, okay, you know, when am I going to be wrapping up? Who am I going to raid? Like, trying to figure that out. Like, you do juggle a good couple things going at any given time. Which can be tricky, especially when you're playing a game like Project Zomboid, where it takes only, like, a couple seconds of inattention, and then suddenly your round is over. And, you know, however long this character's been alive, so far as, like, actual real-world hours of play, is just gone. Because we are at 11 months, 12 days, 51,580 zombie kills, so we've killed a couple zombies, you know, 2 or 3. We did start as a 0 to hero build. When I started, this character had no stats to speak of. At this point, we are up to 6 fitness, getting dangerously close to 7. 7 strength, pretty close to 8. We're at 5 nimble, nowhere near leveling nimble. Most of our weapon skills are at 7. Some of them are getting real close to 8, and we already have a couple that are 8. As far as our crafting skills, we have carpentry, cooking, farming, and tailoring at 10. Carpentry, cooking, and farming are stuff you're just going to do surviving. Those are just going to hit 10. Tailoring we did kind of grind out. Metalworking and mechanics we got at 5 with some change. And that's just basically, I wanted to get them enough that I could keep this vehicle roadworthy as much as possible. So now we're not farming it anymore, it's just as this vehicle needs to be patched up, you know, it'll gain points. We have, disgracefully, almost our first point in first aid. No zombie injuries still. I have never known the touch of zombie. But we have absolutely kissed dirt on 3 occasions. And I may have dug without my shovel, not paying attention on occasion. I felt like there was one more injury we took, but I don't remember what it was. The point being, we have gotten hurt several times now, but nothing that was actually dangerous to our life. We have had 4 close calls to death. The first 2 close calls to death were basically, having a zombie obscured by a vehicle where I couldn't see it, and just basically walking into zombies open arms and just lucking out with the RNG of having all of our stuff tailored up and the zombie hitting someplace that's patched up. Yep, there hasn't been a new rip clip since Quincy Vu. We are still alive. Let's see that message. Xandor's asking, do you have experience with guns? I've never used any guns in Zomboid, but I am stacking all weapons and ammo I find so far, and I believe I got enough to give them a go. I just want to level aiming and reloading. Any tips, etc.? I only know reload is R. So what I would recommend is when it comes to using guns in the game, the first thing is start with your shotgun. Generally speaking, when it comes to the guns, I will use shotgun at any level of aim. I will use the 9mm pistol and the 38 revolver when I'm at 2 aim or higher, and then at 4 aim or higher, I will use just whatever gun. I don't care at any point. If you're using a shotgun, it's worth taking time to saw off the barrel. If you're going to upgrade the shotgun with any mods, and I mean mods, I mean in-game, like, upgrades, not installed mods, do it before you saw it off. And then the big thing with guns is a lot of games you're like, you run and gun. Project Zomboid, it's very much you walk, you stop, you aim, and you wait till the zombie turns green-ish, and then you fire. Like, and then you can keep firing until you move. The moment you move, then your aim goes to crap. And in this game, aim is just basically damage for the most part. The lower your aim, the worse damage you do, and it gets absolutely, like, horrendously bad. I prefer the double-barreled, honestly. Like, I don't know if it's, like, objectively better, but I do prefer just, you know, bang, bang, reload, reload, bang, bang, reload, reload, versus the whole, like, you fire off, what is it, like 6 rounds, and then you have to reload all 6 rounds. Like, I'd rather have, like, why are there so many zombies? I mean, I guess I was drawing them this way and making noise previously. Still. But yeah, and so you can see I'm actually at 5 aiming for reloading. That's effectively one big shotgun rampage of, was it like 200 or 400 shells or whatever it is. And and then going on a similar rampage with pistols, like once or twice. In total, that's probably like 1,000 zombie kills. But I haven't used a gun in this playthrough since. Like, we're at that point where me taking the time to take bullets out of a shotgun off of a zombie I killed, I can simply kill more zombies faster than if I take the time to take those bullets, you know, bring them home, load them into a gun, and use them later. It's just more efficient for me to keep fighting. That said, if I find like a case of ammo in a shelf or something, sure, I'll take that. Why not? But I've stopped taking guns off zombies and unloading them. Especially like the pistols and the magazines. You end up sitting there like having to take the pistol, you know, knock out the magazine, rack the pistol, get the bullet out from the chamber, then unloading the magazine, or taking the whole magazine, which is more weight. And so it's just like, it's a whole thing that takes a good 10-20 seconds just to get through it all. I'm like, or hear me out, in that time, I can probably kill 5-10 zombies. Yeah, guns in this game are perfectly fine. The one thing I will warn you is be very mindful of where you're using your gun. If you go to the center of town and start blasting away with, you know, a shotgun, you will be surrounded, you will be overwhelmed. If you go close to the edge of town, and you, especially like if you've cleared behind you a bit, then you can start blasting and be a lot safer where the zombies will mostly be coming from one side. I don't know where you're all coming from, but stop it. And I did see 2 hunting knives. With all this grass as high grown as it is, the chance of me finding them without just like getting lucky and walking over are pretty slim. Especially since I don't want to hang around the bodies too long if I can help it. Because it'll get us sick. Oh, come on. You're gonna come at me as one big group, not all these little wandering stragglers. That's not what you want. Ah, we're exerted, okay. I've got my stats covering my screen at the moment. I can't really put them away without turning and walking away from the fight. Yeah, and then when it comes to my survivalist skills, which is like foraging, fishing, trapping. Basically, whenever I need to gain weight, I trap. And foraging is one of those things I do when I'm like, okay, well, the weather kind of sucks. I can't really do much out fighting, so instead I'll just forage. That's when I've been foraging. Trying to give a quick once-over. Not putting a whole lot of effort into it. Because again, I don't want to stick around the buys too long. Oh, there's a spear. Here's the one behind me. Oh, it's over there. That's fine. Okay, Xander says, thanks for the tips. Yeah, I plan to have my one side clear and then pull the zombies and gun them down. Want to max out all my skills eventually. Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm suggesting the shotgun first. And this is something I've heard from people that I would trust, that I haven't verified myself. But, that the shotguns do have just like a built-in XP bonus. Like, you do have on one side, it hits multiple targets. Cool. And then in addition to hitting multiple targets, it also has another mechanic where it gives you more XP than other weapons. Or other guns, I should say. And I would fully believe it because of the shotgun, like I said. I skyrocketed from like... It was like 4 and 9/10 levels. And then with 2 rampages with the same kind of like the same amount of ammo for 2 different pistols. Even though I was getting similar amounts of kills, I still didn't, like, I barely got over to, like, level 5, just barely the next level. So that means, in the same amount of ammo, I got 4 and, like, 9/10 a level, that I got just over a 10th of a level. I was checking. I'm trying to go through the fish first. And the reason I'm doing that is that fish is going to go bad real soon, just from how long we've had it. I'm trying to gobble that down right away. Okay, yeah, we're down to the last one. I'm just going to have us eat it immediately. Didn't we have a bunch of strawberries? Yeah, okay, they're there. We'll eat those next. They're not particularly good for anything. Alright. The guns I do not believe use stamina. Like, if you get stuff like exerted in that, then you can, like, it can penalize you and everything. Because if you'll notice when you get exerted, it doesn't say penalizes damage, it says penalizes, accuracy. It's just, in Project Zomboid, accuracy is synonymous with damage. But, so like, negative moodles do affect gun damage most of the time. But, guns don't, I believe. Like, I don't believe they affect your tiredness or your, like, neither fatigue nor endurance. That said, I haven't sat there and done careful testing, but I haven't used guns extensively and then gotten really, exerted from it or anything, so yeah, they don't affect that. So I think that big group we fought, where they all closed in from all sides, was what we drug out here with the helicopter, and now we're just gonna have some stragglers. So when I am sad, my pistol shoots sad bullets? I don't know what... I see, so the main logic with guns is you use them, or use stamina to sprint to get distance. Generally I don't even bother sprinting too much, just like little bits, if that. I don't believe sadness impact damage in the game. Like, being sad in the game doesn't impact damage. All it impacts is your ability to move items around, that kind of thing. Which can be absolutely terrible. Like, so being sad with the gun would be real rough. Because it should, if I'm not mistaken, affect the speed in which you reload. Because you have to pull the ammo out of your bag and all that kind of stuff. And to do it extra slow kind of thing. I'm not positive on that, because I haven't tested it. But my assumption would be it affect reload speed. Like anything with managing your inventory tends to be crap when you're sad. Alright. Grab our next machete. Yep, I am just north of Rosewood. If you look at my mini-map on the bottom there, that little black square, that's the mechanic shop just south of the gas station from when you first get to town. There's that sleepiness. Yeah, we didn't manage to actually sleep the entire night, unfortunately. Character woke up with a nightmare. It's like, ah, hell with it, we're gonna go anyway. So that's our cue to turn around, go to the, barracks that we've been staying at. And actually, I might even check, like, one of those actual houses or whatever. See if we can't find with doors or windows intact. But the idea, as long as possible, I want to keep pressure up on Rosewood. Because if I keep the pressure up on it, we can eventually just push in. Because this is kind of the way this typically works. Anytime you're pushing into any like high pop area or any place with a reasonable concentration of population, is you kind of just hit this wall, usually either like right at the outskirts or right at like the first block. It just seem to keep like fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and not gaining any real ground. And then suddenly it's like they just run out of steam, that just reinforcements don't show up. So instead of fighting just 6 or 7 hordes right at the door and then getting nowhere, the next day it'll show up and it'll be like 5 or 6 scattered zombies. Lulu says, I wonder if his 100% death rate if you're bitten. The answer is on default settings, yes. That, from what I recall, and this is me hearing secondhand, that in the code, it doesn't, like, what it says, like, your symptoms for zombie infection kind of thing, it's like, is infected or bitten. That bitten is a true false. And there's not a thing that says, like, there's a 97 or 99 or whatever % chance of infection on bite. It's just bite is the equivalent of infection. Now, that said, you can always change your game settings to get rid of it and all that. Oh, there may have been? Okay, I mean, that's fine. But the point is, this day and age, in Project Zomboid, if you get bitten, unless you remove zombie infection or you have a mod that alters the game's behavior, you will die. It isn't a maybe, maybe not, it's death is coming. And that's the way it's supposed to be in the game by default. And again, if you want to change that behavior because it's not what you want, that's fine. Do it. But by default, a bite is guaranteed death. You'll still hear rumors that's like, no, I've survived a bite, like, and I'm not modding, or no, like, it's 99.7% chance of infection, you can live. It's like, no, it's you die. Like, it's just you die. Those are people either A, not being honest, B, they have some mod they don't realize is messing with interactions or something like that. Alright, that house is a nope. Busted out window. Screw that house. If I can't even see the front door to go in because the trees are so dense, absolutely not. Hey, pickles. Because in this game, pickles last forever. And the reason I was actually like, okay, I'm going to come to this house, because that way I can actually top off our water and everything. I'll actually grab the sardines, because we can eat that without... You know what, do I want to carry this stuff? We can carry this. Oh, hell, I'll take the dog food, too. Alright, bear with me for just a moment, because I'm going to go map. Because we have officially looted this house, so I do need to go down here and say, okay. I didn't ever up... Oh, wow, they got a whole bunch of new symbols. Okay. They've looted that. They've looted these two buildings. These two are safe for us to sleep in. What else symbols did they add? Got locks. You've got a bunch of just random symbols here. Interesting. A boat symbol for some reason. I guess that's the symbol you can mark where you died. Food. Okay. That's cool. So let's see. My roommate survived a bite. I didn't believe him until I checked it. And he was running an old version and for some reason with thick skin. That's how I learned about that bug. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying that at some point there wasn't a bug that did it, but since I've been playing, that's not been a thing. Burn and Sun. There are also settings you can change, like not getting zombified, but you can still die from blood loss and takedowns. Yep. Dying Brainstem said, should start a cucumber farm and just make thousands of pickles. If only. Xander says, out of all the new symbols, they didn't add a car or a car wheel. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like, I looked at all new icons, I'm like, okay. Like, the new icons, I probably won't get a lot of use out of many of them. Like, there's a couple I saw in there. But, like, the gun one, I'm like, alright, I could see... If you're either new to the game and you don't know what's on the map, you'd be like, alright, here's the gun store. Or, like... You know, stuff like that. Like, you're exploring going... Like, that... Because that's one of the things, is once you've played the game enough, you know, that's where the weapon store is, that's a grocery store, that's a this store.